But yeah,
It'll be 2
you're gonna
weeks
have
here
one on her
for
foot.
days,
It's
so I
gonna
just
get
wanna make
moved.
sure we don't.
She can move it, you can push it in.
It's gonna be.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Yeah, very nice.
It is December 1st, 2025 at 5 PM. It's time to call the Board of Public Works and Safety meeting to order. Ms. Jones, roll call, please.
Sir, Mayor Barnett,
Present.
Mr. Austin.
Here.
Ms. Joe,
Present.
Mayor, you have a quorum.
Thank you. Please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to
Okay, is there any announcements or public comments that's not on the agenda? Hearing none, we will move on to the consent agenda.
Move to approve the Board of Work meeting minutes from November 17th as written, and also the approval of claims.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, by
Aye.
saying
Aye.
aye. Aye. Okay, there isn't any old business. We'll go right into new business. Request approval for the City of Franklin GIS Coordinator, job description, Street Commissioner, Fleet Manager, Brett Jones.
Thank you, sir. This is a new position within the city that was suggested and ultimately approved for the 2026 budget year, but need to officially get this job description approved. It will answer to Joanna via planning and engineering, but it's been kind of a citywide function that we felt we needed and maybe are a little bit behind on. So I guess you could say I kind of spearheaded the effort, but ultimately it will answer to a different department chair and function within a different department than mine. It is approved in the budget, and it is 45% funded, I think, P&E, 27.5 MS4, and 27.5 sewer utility. So there is one change to this, and I apologize for that. Kind of made that effort today. We've been a little, I wouldn't say disappointed, but applications have been a little slower than I thought they might be. And so did some homework and looked at some other municipalities who have similar jobs posted throughout the state. And I think maybe something that, I don't know if scared is the right word, but the bachelor requirement, I would like to leave that, but under that preferred qualifications line, I'd like to add that associate's degree or a certification in geography, GIS, geomatics, or a related field would be required. Bachelor's degree preferred, and then it would read the same. So I apologize. I had 5 copies of this printed for you all to be able to visually see my changes, and they are laying under my desk under the weather radar.
So Brett, with the changes.
Priorities.
With the changes, is that what you've seen with other job descriptions?
Yeah, a lot of them seem to offer, associates as a kind of a minimum and/or, job experience. I'm afraid the bachelor's requirement, as we kind of have it worded, is maybe a little too steep and unfortunately probably keeping some likely qualified people from applying. Because it's becoming, I think, a more common bachelor's degree to get. I think in the early phases of GIS, it really wasn't necessarily a bachelor's level program. So I think, honestly, I would be pleased with work experience just as much as I would somebody having a bachelor's in something that they've fundamentally probably never actually done.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So,
Brett, it's fortuitous that you left them on your desk, because I do have one comment.
Yes.
And I'm sorry I didn't get you before. We typically have been adding in our job descriptions, the bullet point, regular and consistent attendance is required.
okay.
And I didn't find it anywhere in here.
Okay.
The reason for that, I remember reading a case 6 or 7 years ago
Yep.
when someone was applying for unemployment benefits. The judge said, well, where's the requirement? They have to be there with regular and consistent attendance.
Okay.
Not our case, but
Yep.
seems
Yep,
like it's a foregone
I'll circle
conclusion
back to
that
Donna.
attendance is
Yeah, we'll
required.
get that added, because we also wanted to make sure that the performing other related job duties as assigned made its way on here too, so. I know
Okay,
that's
good.
always
If you'd add that, just regular.
Absolutely. So
Regular
I guess I
consistent.
apologize, but if if you would be so gracious to approve with those two adjustments or changes, I would very much appreciate it.
So Brett, the GIS position is going to work for Joanna, correct?
Correct. With understanding and transparency that it's not going to be solely a P&E role. There will be a lot of cross-functional work done with MS4, with sewer utility, with street, and then obviously ultimately with public safety, and being able to hone in on our abilities to utilize that data that we really kind of are solely reliant on the county right now. And not that they do a bad job for us, it's just, we just get the bare minimum, and there's a lot more that we are not currently capable of because we don't have an in-house person.
And we'll be working with Matt as well.
Oh, yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of surveying, it seems like a lot of surveying work.
Yep.
This is a very common position in other municipalities our size or even larger that they're going to control their own GIS, so.
I can envision it even with sewer and utility and easement work. and-
I've told them all, and this is not an encouragement for Steve to want to find somebody else, but my going away party will be a bonfire with all the stuff that we do currently on pen and paper.
Yeah, yeah.
So we are a little bit behind the times as in the world of
GIS,
GIS
yeah.
and just data capabilities. So this will really, I think, bring us up to speed and then some, so.
Thank you.
And we have been talking about this position for quite some time. This is
Yep.
not just one that we dreamed up this year. We've been talking about how do we get this in the last several years, quite honestly.
And I think it's a role that fundamentally over time will pay for itself, you know, in things that we're paying more for now because we don't have it.
Do you subcontract out this work now?
A lot of it is done, yeah.
Is it?
Sewer utility uses Westler a lot, and then obviously the engineering companies, I think, fundamentally probably charge us more because everything we hand them is in a file instead, I mean, literally in a vanilla file versus a thumb drive or a download or shape files or things that really isn't new technology, but it really needs, we really need to catch up. So, if,
No, that's perfectly right. So, a lot of our sewers and stuff, we hand them the maps that Westler put together in paper form. So, I know that I can speak towards Carmel, knowing that they have all their sewers mapped online where it's easily accessible for engineers to go on there, find out where sewers are, storm sewers, anything like that. So, this would be a big help for the city.
and just communication to public even, right? Like we can do detour maps and things, I mean, just, sky's the limit, I think, on where we could go with this, but obviously we'll have more of a crawl, walk around approach to it, but there'll be an absorbent amount of opportunity in front of us that we've probably never had fundamentally, so. Pretty exciting,
It is,
yeah.
definitely. All right, I will move to approve the GIS coordinator job description with the following adjustments. Instead of requiring a bachelor's degree, we would move to a preferred bachelor degree or an associate degree or certification or related job experience. And then also with the add of regular attendance is required.
Regular and consistent attendance is what we have in the other.
Regular and
Consistent
consistent
attendance
attendance.
required.
is
Second.
required.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you. Next item, request approval to execute agreement with Subsurface of Indiana Incorporated for construction of the West Side Regional Interceptor Phase 2 project, $9,441,566, and authorize the mayor to execute notice to proceed upon receipt of all required documents. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Yeah, this is a project that the bids got approved on November 17th Board of Works meeting. So this is just the contract agreement with Subsurface since they were awarded the contract or awarded the project based on those bids. So as you said, for $9,441,566.
Big number, but way under the engineer's estimate, which is a good thing.
Correct. Yeah, it was, I I think 13.8 million was the engineer's estimate that we discussed last meeting, and then I think that's about 31.5% lower, or subsurface's bid was 31.5% lower.
One of the things, Matt, that I would like to point out to the board members is, as you can tell, in our standard contract, we incorporate also all contract documents, include any bid documents, our notices, our bid specifications. And one of the things that we have in our bid specifications are insurance requirements of $2 million for each occurrence and $5 million with a general aggregate. In working with SSI's insurance company, their underlying liability is actually $1 million, but they have larger umbrellas so it gives us the same coverage, actually more coverage than what we actually asked for. It's just in a little different format, so I didn't have any objections to it, as long as we were named as an insured, and we are on the policy. So we spent quite a bit of time going through those last week.
I will make a motion to execute the agreement with Subsurface of Indiana Incorporated for the construction of the West Side Regional Interceptor Phase 2 project for an amount of $9,441,566, and also authorized Mayor Barnett to execute the notice to proceed.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Item number 3, request the following subdivision maintenance bond be released for Thompson Commercial Subdivision. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Yeah, this maintenance bond was for the Thompson Commercial Subdivision up there where Koenig and the post apartments are being currently under construction. It was for the installation of the sanitary sewer for Koenig. So the maintenance bond being released is 65134399 for installation of sanitary sewer in the amount of $17,250.
Matt, was that actually, the sewer system, was that put in place whenever John Deere was being
Yes.
built?
Yeah.
So this just pertains to that, it's already there?
Right, they had to tie into our system, so that was put in when they built the John Deere facility.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve the subdivision maintenance bond be released for Thompson Commercial Subdivision for the installation of the sanitary sewer for $17,250 as presented.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next item, request the following subdivision performance bonds be released for the Bluffs at Youngs Creek, Section 5A. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Yeah, this is obviously for the Bluffs at Youngs Creek on behalf of Windstar Homes and the Clayton Properties Group. They're requesting performance bonds be released for Section 5A and 5B. So the ones being released are 263322 for streets in the amount of $354,264. 263324 for survey monuments, $8,280. And the performance bond for Section 5B is 269439 for erosion control, $224,047. I'll go ahead and request the release of those subdivision performance bonds before moving on to the acceptance of the performance and maintenance bonds for the same sections.
I'll make a motion to release the subdivision performance bonds for the Bluffs at Youngs Creek, Section 5A, as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
So same sections for 5A and 5B. We're going to be requesting acceptance of maintenance bond for Section 5A 273015 for streets in the amount of $73,805, 273016 for survey monuments, $1,725. Performance bond for Section 5B 273013 for sidewalks, $528, 273014 survey monuments, $8,460. And maintenance bonds for Section 5B, 47 SUR 300-214-011436. For earthwork, $57,194.36. 47 SUR 300-214-011437, erosion control, $46,676.64. 47 SUR 300-214-011439, storm sewer swells and under drains, $63,813.16. 47 SUR 300-214-011440, sanitary sewers, $34,258.50. 273017 and 18 streets, $93,402.25, and street signs, $1,685.
And your motion should include all of those numbers, or just adopt it as presented. Your choice.
I'll make a motion to accept the subdivision performance and maintenance bonds for the bluffs at Youngs Creek, Section 5A and Section 5B as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
This is the Matt show tonight.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, next item's Matt as well. Request the following subdivision performance and maintenance bonds be accepted for Kingsbridge, Section 3. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Yeah, this one is on behalf of Platinum Properties Management, requesting acceptance of the performance bond, 5882435 for survey monuments, $3,480. Maintenance bonds, series 5882431 through 34 and also 36. Earthwork, $16,012.50. Storm sewers, swells, and under drains, $13,006.38. Sanitary sewers, $14,002. Streets, $34,755. Street signs, $595.
I'll make a motion to accept subdivision performance and maintenance bonds for Kingsbridge Section 3 as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next item, approval to use small lift on North Main Street sidewalk to repair north facade of 2 East Jefferson Street. Will be intermittently blocking the sidewalk near 49 North Main Street. City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Yeah, I guess this just explains it. That's the area that was doing a lot of power washing this summer. So I assume Joanna gave this to me, so a lot of information is lost. But it's, they're just asking to,
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
Lyman's
I was
building, isn't
thinking.
it?
That's the wrong, that's not the one.
It's not on
oh,
Jeff
it's
Street.
not?
No,
Okay.
this one's on the corner of Jefferson and North Main, which it's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay, sorry.
The old Hilliard Lyons building.
yeah, and that's where the water's leaking and getting on the other building in pretty bad shape.
Okay.
You say, Dennis, can you go up there?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Sorry,
Dennis,
thank you.
She's got to be able to pick it up on the recording.
Yeah, they don't
Appreciate
pick it
the
up back
correction
there.
as well.
So it is Lyman's building on the north end. And my lift is 48 inches wide, 8 feet long. That sidewalk is more than 8 feet wide. So we're not gonna block it every night. The lift will be gone. And it's a 3-day project depending on the weather. So maybe 4 or 5, but we've already taken all the brick that are falling down. It's scaffold, there's plywood up there. We're only using it as an elevator to get our materials up.
Okay, so I seen the video of all the water during the heavy rain.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, that looks like it's gonna be a chore to get that stopped.
Well, the gutter system will be on Lyman. I'm fixing all the brick. So I'm not responsible for that
For
part.
purposes of the record, who is recording this, it's Dennis Drake speaking.
Right. Told you I'd end up going in front of you last week.
I see him on the sidewalk all the time. I said, it's looking good. He said, don't hold it against me if there's anything I'm doing.
Dennis, do you know if they have a contractor lined up then for the gutters and
I
downspouts?
do not. I have not talked to Lyman. I have talked to the owner. So I'm gonna get all the brick back, and the gutter has been replaced. I'll just have to see what needs to be done when we get to that point.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Do you have any idea when this work will occur?
if you can tell me what the weather's gonna be, I mean, the brick, everything's up there
Soon as
ready.
possible.
It gets up in the 40s. It'll be done by Christmas, but
Okay.
it won't be, you know, I'll try to do it when it's 30 to 40 degrees.
Okay.
So,
Great. I will move to approve the use of a small lift on North Main Street sidewalk to repair the north facade of 2 East Jefferson Street for 3 days, weather dependent.
Second.
Okay, we have a
Also
motion.
have a question. So do I have to have a permit every time I put that lift on the sidewalk?
You're supposed to get permission if it's in our right of way. You don't have to permit, but you have to have permission.
Well, I have to cut everybody in town off from using my lift, so I need to ask for forgiveness because Fred Paris and all these other people are gonna be totally disappointed.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yep.
pretty sure they don't have a permit or come and ask.
Yeah, all they have to
So-
do, I mean, because we have to, for various purposes, aside from just public use of it, ADA requirements and things, anytime anyone is blocking our public sidewalk, which is our right of way, we're supposed to say it's okay and have a record of it. Frequently, when you contact planning and zoning before you do it, they make the record of it, and then they just report it to the Board of Works, but.
Okay, so like a little sign like Eric's, I have to come before you guys and say, hey, I'm gonna take 30 minutes and hang this sign.
Well, he's gonna have a sign permit anyway, so,
Oh, I hope he had one. Well,
yeah.
it's already done.
Dennis, I think,
I'll ask for forgiveness.
Dennis, I think if you just communicate, I think you found out in the past, if you
Yeah.
just communicate, everything goes well. It's just, and I will tell you that Fred Paris, since you brought up his name, he has come here and asked to use that lift almost
Okay.
every time that they've worked at the foundry. And whenever they pull up on the sidewalk to do work inside his building, they have come here and asked, just so you know.
Okay.
And then the one person that Matt brought up earlier, that person did not, and that person got shut down. So
Right.
Just don't think you're the only one that has to come here.
I'm not shut down, right?
Well, and trust me, we don't want more work to come, but the problem is the complaints come to City Hall, and if we don't know what's going on, we can't tell them, hey, look, it's only a 3-day thing, don't worry about it, it'll be back open, because people have a tendency to contact us.
And if there's a day that you get to work, and then there's a couple days you can't work, if you just call Matt or somebody and let them know, we're willing to work with you on that. So,
Yep,
Okay.
Yeah,
I think we have a motion pending.
we do.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so we do have a motion to approve the use of a small lift on North Main Street. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Okay,
Dennis, keep up the good work. Franklin's looking great because of your work.
Yep, it is.
Thank you.
And we want it fixed, so we're not going to tell you that. Okay, next item, approval and acceptance of secondary plat for Kingsbridge, Section 3, City Engineer Matt McElroy.
Yeah, again, this is for Platinum Properties, read off all the bonds earlier, so this is just an approval and acceptance for the secondary plat of that section of Kingsbridge.
Move to approve the acceptance of the secondary plat for Kingsburg Section 3 as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, there isn't any other business, is there? Anybody up here got any other business? Sometimes we do. Okay, there isn't, so we'll go on to department reports. Chip, can we start with you tonight?
Sure, thank you.
I thought you was asleep, so I
I
thought,
was, thank you. I think I emailed everybody a request that I'm going to make. So the cemetery 400 budget has a little over $34,000 still left in it. And we would like to do another round of headstone repairs with that money if we could. We did get attempted to get 3 quotes. We got one for $34,000 from A&H Contracting. And then DH Monument Foundations declined to quote, and Midwest Monument Company also declined to quote, which is now the 4th time that we've been in that situation where we just have one bidder or one quoter. But if you would allow us to do that, we'd like to do one more round before the end of the year. So.
and I think, Chip, what we're looking at is we decided that there was some money left that we could use on this, what it was designed or put there for.
Correct.
And if it doesn't get done by the end of the year, we can go ahead and encumber that and
Yeah.
put it with the next round that's going to be bid for next year.
Yeah, believe it or not, you're going to see me in January, February again for the next request for this same thing. So,
And again, Chip, you did a demonstration the other day of, a few meetings ago. We've fixed 350 headstones so far in the last couple of years.
I should tell you this, thank you for mentioning that. This one will include 53 headstone foundation replacements, and then 20 will just reset because the foundation is actually pretty good. They're just kind of hanging and that kind of thing. So it does include 53 new foundations and 20 resets, so. At least know what we're getting for our money, so.
I'm trying to, so I can actually see it.
I have a hard copy, make it way easier. Anybody else need one? I have all kinds of hard copies.
The clerk treasurer will need one for her records.
Got it.
There you go.
I'll make a motion to approve the quote of $34,000 for A&H Contracting LLC to do the headstone repair project Phase 4.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I have three other things, sorry. Holiday lighting is this weekend, Saturday, December 6th. So I know a lot of people enjoy that, so that's coming up. And then if you love Breakfast with Santa, we have one of the best Breakfast with Santas in the county. And it is Saturday, December 13th, and you can actually register online. We actually use real china. We don't do the throwaway paper plates at our place. And believe it or not, today is December 1st. Which is, in my world, means we're now working on summer of '26. And today is the first day for people to apply for summer jobs for 2026. So, like I said in the department head meeting, if you know anybody that's interested in landscaping, now is the time to start hitting up your people, and we'd love to talk to them, so. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chip.
I got nothing.
What are you gonna try?
Fire chief?
Just wanted to tell everybody, be careful going home tonight with the snow coming in.
Thank you. Sherry?
I don't have anything, thank you.
Rick?
Nothing, sir.
Kristen?
We officially have possession of 678 Johnson Avenue. So we are soliciting demolition bids for it. We should have those in by the end of this week. And then, weather permitting, we will begin demolition.
Okay. Brett?
It's snowing. As Josh said, be careful going home. Just a little update on leaves. We are behind. Just news flash, but we hope, depending on how bad this event is, we hope to get caught up. If not this week, by this same time next week, we hope to be caught up with leaves. But we were tracking good till the weekend before Veterans Day, and then between torrential downpours and everybody raking leaves on 70-degree November days, we got a little behind the eight ball. But I appreciate the community calling us to remind us that we're behind, but we are aware. So if anybody's watching, we know. But we'll get to it as quickly as we can. And the guys are doing a great job. We're working overtime, doing what we can. And at this point, we're just kind of at the mercy of Mother Nature. So, but guys did a great job over the weekend. Just want to thank them publicly. And they'll do another great job tonight. So hopefully we're more on the 1 to 2 and not the 4 to 6 range. But it'll be what it'll be. So.
I do think our guys is doing a great job with the leaves, and I've seen them out Saturdays working, and
Yep.
and we talked about this before. Sometimes we hit the weather where the weather is more friendlier to where they fall at a time that we can keep up. And
Yeah.
then this year it was at a time it seemed to be later than normal.
Later, and then rain, and then, of course, we had, 3 or 4 days of 45-mile-an-hour wind. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah,
So
but they do a good job. And
they're trying.
Brett, how many people, we got 12, 14, how many employees we have at the street department?
There's about 16 total.
16
Yeah.
total. And I only say that because people don't realize in the community, we got 16 people that take care of our
Right.
streets and our leaves and brush and
Right.
trash, and they do a heck of a job, so
Well, I appreciate that.
I appreciate everything they do. And if we get behind a little bit in something, we don't want to be behind, but it happens.
No, right,
so
yeah, exactly.
They do a great
So,
job,
and
so
they're-
thank you.
Yep, thank you for that, so.
Yeah.
And I appreciate, as all the other department heads know, appreciate the effort on, snow is a team effort, so we appreciate everybody's
Absolutely.
help, so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt?
I've probably said enough.
Any more numbers?
Matt show tonight?
Nothing to report here.
We love your voice.
No, nothing new to report. Construction season obviously is to an end with the weather, but everything turned out pretty good this year, so.
Okay, and I know on the 31 project, I'll just bring it up. I think the contractor has pretty much done their end, and we're waiting on to open it up for the winter here. Is Duke Energy, is that correct?
Yeah, I think they're waiting on temporary striping because they got the surface down, but the big thing to open up the median and everything is to have the signals in place and operational. And I think getting service from Duke is the holdup, so.
Imagine that,
Shocking.
yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Matt. I just had to get that in there. Yeah. On the state project, Duke Energy's holding up, getting it opened up for the wintertime, so let's just say it what it is.
Correct.
Okay. Sally?
So construction has just begun at the wastewater treatment plant. They showed up this morning with some equipment, and we had a little powwow, and it's kind of slow, obviously, now, but they're making a new construction entrance. That'll all be done, and we're really excited.
And what, just for the people that don't know, we're talking about a $29 million sewer plant expansion that's the can's been kicked down the road many years, so.
Couple years, we'll be under construction
Yeah.
for a couple of years, so we're excited.
Okay, thank you. You got anything, Jan?
I do not.
Tara? How about you, ma'am?
No,
Tina?
thank you.
Ken?
Don't have anything, Mayor, thanks.
Lynn?
Yes, sir.
I have nothing to add, but again, all of our employees do a great job. Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?